Interstate transmission system connectivity. India's renewable energy sector private developers Renewable Energy Implementing Agency REIA's industry bodies has raised strong objection to a proposed regulatory framework by the Central Electricity Regulatory Commission CERC. The proposed framework could lead to the fourth feature of Interstate Transmission System ISTS connectivity if developers fail to execute long-term power purchase agreements PPAs within a stipulated time. The issue is significant in the context of India's ambitious target of 500 gigawatt of non-fossil fuel capacity by 2030 and ongoing challenges of grid congestion, transmission bottlenecks and delays in project execution. Background: existing framework under General Network Access (GNA) regulations, renewable projects can secure connectivity through letters of award, LOAs, signed power purchase agreements, partial land acquisition, and bank guarantees in lieu of land documents. This flexibility aimed to facilitate early-stage project development. How the current model works: renewable energy implementing agencies like SECI, NTPC, NHPC, and SJVN act as intermediary procurers, buy power from developers via power purchase agreements, sell to DISCOMs through power sale agreements. Typically, power purchase agreements are signed only after power sale agreements, making early power purchase agreements linkage difficult. Central Electricity Regulatory Commission proposal: power purchase agreement linked connectivity. Grant future transmission connectivity only against signed power purchase agreement, not letter of awards. Auction-based allocation: introduce auction for allocating connectivity along with firm commissioning timelines. Rationale behind these proposals: address underutilization of transmission infrastructure. Nearly 31.8 gigawatt of renewable capacity already has connectivity but lack power purchase agreements. Around 42 gigawatt of renewable energy capacity remains without power purchase agreements, making power purchase agreement delays a systematic bottleneck. Key concerns raised by renewable energy sector: penalizing developers for factors beyond control. Industry association argue that power purchase agreement delays are largely due to procedural inefficiencies and slow tariff approvals by state-owned DISCOMs, not developer inaction. Penalizing developers undermines the principle of regulatory certainty. Impact on India's clean energy targets: the proposed measure could slow capacity addition, threatening the 2030 non-fossil energy target. Despite rapid renewable growth, transmission infrastructure 495,000 circuit kilometer grid has struggled to keep pace. Risk of higher tariffs and market concentration. The National Solar Energy Federation of India opposed auctioning grid connectivity at a premium, warning it would increase renewable energy tariff, favor large cash-rich players, marginalizing smaller developers. Grid connectivity, they argued, should not become a tradable asset. Sector-specific issues: solar energy sector emphasized that delays stem from state-level regulatory and approval bottlenecks, warned against market distortion through premium-based auctions. Wind energy sector: Wind Association termed proposed timelines unrealistic, citing long manufacturing cycles, import dependence for turbines and key components. Opposed a 18-month project completion deadline, seeking a 24-30-month time frame. SECI's Solar Energy Corporation of India position warned that auctioning connectivity would push up future tariffs, recommended reallocation based on project readiness, such as land acquisition, financial closure, and equipment procurement. This approach prioritizes execution capability over bidding power. Challenges and way ahead: transmission bottlenecks and idle capacity, accelerated transmission infrastructure development, proactive expansion of interstate transmission system to match renewable ambitions, delayed power purchase agreements due to DISCOM inefficiencies, reform DISCOM processes, time-bound tariff approvals, and power purchase agreement execution, strengthening financial health of DISCOMs. Mismatch between generation growth and grid expansion. Flexible technology-specific timelines, differentiate norms for solar, wind, and hybrid projects. Risk of policy uncertainty and investor confidence erosion. Integrated policy coordination, closer coordination between Central Electricity Regulatory Commission, Ministry of Power, and MNRE. Align transmission planning with renewable capacity addition. Potential monopolization of grid access. Non-market based allocation of connectivity, prioritize project readiness and execution milestones, avoid auctioning connectivity as a revenue maximizing tool. Conclusion: the controversy over interstate transmission system connectivity rules highlight the broader tension between grid efficiency and renewable energy expansion. While addressing idle transmission capacity is necessary, punitive measures risk undermining investor confidence and slowing India's clean energy transition. A coordinated, flexible, and developer-sensitive regulatory approach focused on structural reforms rather than penalties essential to achieve India's renewable energy and climate commitments.